participants. We have already been introduced with Brigadier General ABM Taiful Islam, Director General of International Institute of Currency Technology, IICT, in the before session. Now I request him to take another session course on anatomic dissection of the banknote. Where, please, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Now I'll be with you for 1.5 hours. Sorry, welcome back. I'll be with you for almost 1.5 hours to speak on the anatomic dissection of banknote and banknote substrates. Banknote, as you know, in the present day, banknote is made up of either paper or cotton or polymer or some other substrates. It's not a pure paper itself. For many reasons, banknote is prepared on something other than the normal paper. Main reason is to avoid being counterfeited or copied or made fake. It's a very valuable document and it carries the value. It is just typed on it, printed on it. So it needs to be protected at all times. The authority responsible for printing, circulating, distributing banknote is also responsible for protecting it from all sorts of frauds and counterfeit. You all know the man in possession of a counterfeit or fake money is responsible for it, no one else. Whether I do it or not, when I am in possession of it, the responsibility lies on my shoulder. That is the law of the land. Not only Bangladesh, any country, they have the same law. Yes, there are variations of laws. In some country, if you have one or two, okay, it is thought that you have not done it. Somehow or the other you have received it. You are a victim. In other countries, you are a victim, it is understood. But you are responsible for it. Why did you take it? So not knowing it is fake is no excuse. The law of the land says, if there is any existing law in the country, whether you know it or not, how it is composed, please comment. What are its contents, etc. Basically, a banknote has got three components. three main components. First is the design and background and size of the note. Second is the substrate or the paper on which the banknote is printed. And the third is various features, including the security features. These three things composes a banknote. Banknote is designed by a high-level committee. I will, in the letter, I will tell you about the composition of the committee, usual composition. Then a banknote depicts the history, heritage, culture, lifestyle of a country. For a banknote to be of use and utility, it must have two different characteristics: safety and durability. In order to ensure these aspects, central bank generally engages a design committee consists of famous artists, designers, and other related technical people for designing a banknote. They make an overall outlook and submit it for approval from the competent authority. While designing, few things are kept in mind. The design should be able to give a strength of the economy itself, find the most suitable anti-counterfeiting features are incorporated on it, and the look should be attractive. People should accept it and like it. For a banknote, certain things are looked into. Usually, I told you before that Philippines all notes are of equal size. US dollar is all are equal size, and each dollar weighs only 1 gram. Because the composition is such that all $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 weighs only 1 gram. But its value changes and the level of security changes with security features. But I am saying here that each denomination should look different. Why I am saying it? It is especially useful for the people who are visually impaired, handicapped. Usually the banknotes are of different size, and the small denomination is smaller size, bigger denomination is bigger size. But excepting a few countries, it is followed. The features on the banknote or the different items must reflect the history, heritage, culture, and other important event of the nation. If you look at the Indian 2000 rupee note published that day, they have Mongol lion on it. India has sent a satellite to Mongol Marsh, To commemorate that, they have incorporated Mongolian in their banknote. So that is an important event, national event, they have depicted there. In other banknotes you will find some national figure is there, some important national event, or say cultural depiction is made on the banknote. The country with hilly terrain gives something of hill in their banknote. In our country, you will find Bangabandhu Bridge. That was not very old. After it was commissioned, it came into our banknote. You will find the face of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, there. In almost all country banknote, you will find some national important figure. Say England, USA, all. A banknote have a number of security features. A number, not only one. And many times you will find the security feature which was important 20 years before, it is still there. It really doesn't have that value when it used to have. But it is not discarded, but it should be discarded. That is the duty of the design committee. And the security features should be well distributed in the front side and in the back side. Obverse and the reverse of the banknote should have different features, and it should be well distributed. It should not clutter one with the other. Design must be suited to the substrate itself. Say Maldives has gone into polymer. Polymer and cotton banknote substrate has difference in their security features. Polymer has got a clear window. Just I am telling you the big difference. The cotton one doesn't have a clear window. Cotton one has a watermark. Polymer doesn't have a watermark. In that place, they have different features. So with the use of the substrate, the feature will vary. I can tell you almost 99% of the banknote of the world has got watermark. Almost 99%. But whichever country has adopted polymer, they don't have it. And cotton is being used for last 300 years as a substrate of the banknote. It is being changed with the innovation, invention, technological advancement. The variation will come in. There are advantages and disadvantages. I will tell you a little bit of it in the later stage. The size of the banknote will dictate the design itself. Naturally, bigger note will have a different one and the smaller note will have a different one. Design should not affect the printing quality. You have a little idea, various printing technique is used for printing different features on a banknote. You know, the world has developed various techniques for printing. Printing paper, printing features. Nowadays you can have 3D printing also. It was not there before. So, with this printing quality, that must be accommodated in the banknote. I was talking about the design committee. Design committee is usually composed of various persons of the country, those who are important in various fields. One is an artist is included. First Bangladesh banknote was designed by Mustafa Manwar, the famous artist of our country. In 1972, he designed the banknote itself, Mustafa Manwar. Then we must have a designer. Then we need one historian who will be able to depict something of our national history. Then of course we need someone who is a specialist on banknote itself. Then we need a security specialist who will really find out a suitable security feature for our country, suitable, cost-effective, and acceptable to everybody. The security feature, the most contrasting requirement is everybody should be able to distinguish a security feature. On the contrary, counterfeiters must not be able to counterfeit it. It's a requirement which is opposite to one another. Banknote substrate specialist. Forgery and counterfeit prevention expert. Represented from banknote issuing authority or the central bank itself. It is always usually the deputy governor who deals with currency management becomes in charge of this one. Then we need someone from law enforcing agency who will see his part from the point of view of rules, regulations, law, and counterfeit prevention, etc. I'll show you now a banknote with few of the features, not all that I could include. Usually, you will find these are the features on a banknote. All the banknotes have these features. Denomination is written in all banknotes. It is written on both sides. The size of the denomination varies. It is written, spelled out 1, and here it is 1, numerical. This is called Arabic numerals. Then signature. For different countries, the signature is different. Usually the a country like us, the governor of Bangladesh Bank, he signs the banknote, but banknote of denomination 1, 2 and 5 is signed by the banking secretary. This is the
finance secretary.
finance secretary.
Finance secretary.
Finance secretary. This is the government money.
Government.
And other denominations from 10 to 1000, it is money issued by the Bangladesh Bank. It is not a 100% government organization. It is self-ruled,
Autonomous body.
fully autonomous body, but guided by the country. Then usually one portrait is there. Somebody, 1, 2, 3, Philippines has got 3. Then a serial number. This serial number is written from left to right. There are certain serial numbers which is written